Welcome to the overview of PAPIA. Let us see what PAPIA is about, as well as how it will affect you as an employee. PAPIA, or the PAPIA Act, regulates the processing of personal information, which belongs to natural persons like you and me, as well to businesses. Your employer processes personal information of employees, customers, and service providers. Your employer is responsible to follow the new rules in PAPIA. You've now heard about personal information and processing of personal information. Let us see what that means. Personal information is any information that can be used to identify a person such as you and me. For example, your name, your identity number, your address, or special personal information about your health, your trade union membership, or your race. Personal information about businesses is, for example, any information such as the business address, phone number, logo, or registration number. Processing of personal information means anything that one may do with personal information. This is, for example, when someone collects personal information from a person like you and me, or when someone may use your personal information to market or advertise goods or services to you. Processing includes how we keep personal information safe and to delete personal information. Let us see what the PAPIA Act wants from us. All employees must know what they may or may not do with the personal information that their employer holds about its employees, its customers, and its service providers. Employees are not allowed to provide anyone with the personal information that our employer has about your fellow employees, customers, or providers, unless there is a specific business reason to provide such a person with the personal information. We may only collect and use personal information if we have a proper business reason. We must make sure that the personal information that we have with us must be kept in a safe place. This includes working from home, working in the office, or working outside of the office. Here are some practical examples of when PAPIA will play a role. Our driver may have a delivery note with the customer's name and address in his delivery truck. Our receptionist may assist visitors to our offices and collect of their names. Our manager may have a meeting with new customers and receive their contact information. We must also make sure that all the personal information that we may work with is up to date. This includes our own personal information with our employer, as well as the personal information that our business may have of other persons or companies. Your employer made some changes in the business to ensure that all employees will follow the new rules under the PAPIA Act. The first major change is that the business now has a PAPIA manual. This is the document that anyone can use to request from your employer some general information about the business, or request answers about their personal information that your employer may hold about such a person, or about yourself as an employee. Your employer developed new rules to ensure that all employees know what the PAPIA Act is about, and also what your employer will need from you and all employees to follow these rules. You can find these new rules in the Data Privacy Policy, or process, which is also known as a PAPI policy. What to do if someone may steal personal information that belongs to your employer. This is a very serious issue, and we must all know what to do when this happens. Your employer developed a process to assist all employees to know what to do when someone takes or uses your business personal information without permission. The process sets out what to do and how to manage such data breach when it may happen. Ensure that you know this process, and also what you need to do when something like this may happen in future. Do you know who is the person who must make sure that everyone in the business follows these new rules? This is your business's information officer. The information officer must ensure that there are rules and processes in place to ensure that all employees know about the new rules in the PAPIA Act. It is important that you know who your information officer is and also how to get hold of your information officer. If you are unsure, please ask your manager to assist you. We have provided you now with an overview of the PAPIA Act. We have also provided you with some of the new processes and rules within the business. It is important that all employees must know what they may or may not do with personal information. If you are unsure about what the PAPIA Act requires, ask your information officer or your manager to assist. Thank you for attending this overview of the PAPIA Act.